Steven, you are the most Best Picture nominated person in the history of the Oscars, 14 times nominated for Best Picture, including this year for Hamnet. Why do you think you hold that record? 10 of the films were yours that you directed, 4 were not.
Why do I hold that record? Okay, let me ask you this question. 14 nominations and 1 win.
Yeah, but we're focusing on the positive.
I'm looking at the ratio now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So I'm focused on, I need a few more wins, to be able to redress the balance.
Yeah, still a pretty cool record to hold.
It's very cool, and I'm very proud of it. And, I'm really happy I'm still, kicking around at this stage of my life and really loving it as I loved it 50 years ago.
Yeah. Paul, how much did you watch the Oscars growing up?
We watched it all the time, every year. It was a kind of Oscar pool, and my family would root for the stuff we wanted. Generally didn't win, or I would get upset if the stuff I wanted wasn't nominated, and then get very excited when the things that you were rooting for won.
Yeah. Do you guys have favorite moments that come to mind of something that happened at the Academy Awards that you were very excited about?
Well, I know that when my wife stepped on someone's dress, and then the next year someone stepped on her dress, the kind of major surgery that goes on in restrooms at the Kodak Theater with all of these, I mean, it's with guys too, it's not just with women. I mean, there's a whole backstage story. TCM should do a special on wardrobe malfunctions at the Oscars.
Ooh, that would be good.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's the new season of the Plot Thickens podcast.
Maya had a malfunction at the NAACP Awards once, and missed her entire category with in the bathroom.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Wow.
Luckily, she didn't win, so she wasn't missed. But that was a catastrophe. I know what you mean.
So you've each been to the Oscars many times. If you could bring with you as your date to the Oscars any film star from the classic era, who would you bring?
Oh my God, Claudette Colbert. In a second.
Because?
Because she's the life of the party. And I also admire her so much.
For sure. Paul?
Well, I would bring Myrna Loy as my date. I just absolutely, because I have the biggest crush on Myrna Loy. But I would say I would love to go to the Oscars with Fred Astaire.
Oh,
that would be fun. Because I always heard that Jack Nicholson wears the sunglasses because he came into the Oscars and Fred Astaire was wearing sunglasses. He said, "What are you doing, Fred?" He says, "Never let them see your eyes, kid," and he threw his sunglasses on. I don't know if that's true or not.
Unless they pay at the box office, right?
That's right, unless they pay at the box office.
Now, since I have you guys here and you're such great supporters of us at TCM, our star of the month this month, as you may know, is Bugs Bunny. Because now we have the Looney Tunes library.
The Warner Library.
Favorite Looney Tunes moments, characters?
I love Bugs, but I think Chuck Jones and the Roadrunner Coyote, that's my favorite Warner Brothers tune, by far.
Yeah.
What's that Bugs on a desert island? Bugs when he's on a deserted island, right? And I don't know the name of the episode at all, but he's on a deserted island and he's stuck there with a fella, and he keeps seeing him as a roasted chicken. That one's great. But I want to ask you a question. I heard, Leo told me that Steven's name has been mentioned more on stage at the Oscars than God.
I believe it.
That was a fact that Leo said. You have been thanked more often on stage at the Oscars than God.
Well, the Oscars isn't a church.
I'm choosing to believe it is.
Well,
you guys are technically competitors this year in the Best Picture category.
We're not really. I mean, I love this guy so much. I've never, ever felt, I've learned so much from Paul, in all his movies, and he has made so many classics. I mean, classics that stand the test of time. And I've never felt, I feel like we're great friends. I also feel like we're very strong colleagues, but I've never felt, I don't think you feel the same way either.
No, not even close.
I'm answering for him now.
Well, no, thank you. When you said that, it made me twist my head a little. I never thought of it that way.
Good.
Yeah.
I like it. Congrats to you both. Great to see you.
Thanks,
Thanks for everything.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Dave.
of course.
Enjoy. Have fun.
Okay.
So Myrna Loy and Claudette Colbert, we're not going to get in trouble with our wives.